Hey, what's up guys? Jason Julius here, and it is so good to see all your beautiful faces. Do you keep getting better looking? I think you do. And I'm really excited in this video because I have some really cool news to share, a really big announcement. But before I do, I wanted to tell you where you can get some really cool techniques, because recently I was interviewed by Dr. Moali on the Sexology Podcast, and the topic of that discussion was 3 mistakes to avoid during oral sex. So before I forget, I wanted to tell you about that, and I'm going to leave the links to that in the description so you can have some cool techniques and an awesome conversation to check out. I had a really fun time talking to Dr. Moali about all kinds of things, including those 3 mistakes that you should avoid during oral sex. So don't miss that. But the big announcement that I wanted to make in this video is that in the last few weeks, I got married. So it was a really interesting end to 2022. My girlfriend Venus of over 3 years and I have been talking about getting married. And, it's something we keep talking about. Oh, well, we'll do that into 2023. Well, I surprised her with a proposal about mid-December, and she had no idea that it was coming. It was so much fun to surprise her. In fact, we were setting up this very studio that you can only probably see a part of it, but we're setting up a big full studio to do some wellness content on another channel, which I'll have more news on very soon. But it was really cool because I just told her to come into the studio, that we're going to just test out some of the cameras, which allowed me to have all the cameras turned on. And I proposed to her, and it was a lot of fun. So she was super excited. And then that weekend we went to, a bunch of her friends were getting together for a birthday party, and she got to, tell all her friends. Well, then we also happened to get COVID during that time, which kind of sucks, because what I was actually planning on doing is we were going to tie the knot that very next week and just make it official and then do like a ceremony later. But instead we got COVID, so we had to move that back a week, but we still did manage to tie the knot about a week ago. So I'm super excited to share that news. Venus is somebody that's very dear to my heart. Her and I have grown extremely close in the last 3 years, and she's somebody that I've really learned a lot from about not only just her views on life and her amazing outlooks on everything from wellness to spirituality, but she's been a huge influence on me as I was going through some really tough times, especially in 2022, as I was trying to really get over the loss of my close best friend who I who had passed away from cystic fibrosis in a couple of years ago. And I feel like the grief just really hadn't been dealt with. So I had a lot of that to go through. So I feel like 2022 was like a year of moving forward, a year of change, a year of letting go. And I apologize that I probably didn't post as much on this channel during that time, but I needed a little bit of time to, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually just really get back to myself. And Venus was such a huge part of that journey. We got to travel all over and do all kinds of things. We're going to talk about that on our other channel, which I will have more news on that very soon. But I do want to have Venus on this channel very soon as well, because her insights about female orgasms have really inspired me to really look at things from a way broader perspective and really look at how important the mental side of surrender and letting go is in order for a woman to have orgasm. A lot of times we're just looking to have the next physical technique, which is awesome, to really understand her body, but to really go deep within a woman's mind, the things that, Venus and I have really discovered together just through our, even our meditations and all the things that we've been doing to work on ourselves have really lent themselves to understanding the mind in a whole nother way. So I want to begin to start to share some of that, but I will have her on this channel because I want to sort of broaden and invite more women to the channel to really learn about themselves and how to surrender and let go to have an orgasm, because that is one of the biggest parts of women being able to achieve those full body releases is to be able to surrender the mind and let that, innate intelligence of the body do what it wants to do without hitting the brakes. So we'll get into more of that and more of the content. But again, I just wanted to share the exciting news that I am now married and super excited about that. We're going to do a celebration for friends and family in 2023, but we just wanted to make it official. We're super excited. And when I have more news on our channel that we're going to be doing together, that will be coming out very, very soon. But thanks for sticking around for this video. I'm glad that I got to tell you about the big news. And don't forget to go download and check out that podcast interview that I did with Dr. Moali. I think you're going to like that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.